Oh, hold on 1 second. It's not. Oh. There it is. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being patient with us, and thanks for joining yet again for another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones. Before we get started, a couple quick announcements, starting with our next live in-person, sitting around a table, rolling real dice in that room right there. The way D&D was meant to be played is going to be Friday the 28th. So make sure you set it on your calendar for Friday, February 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in at any of these places that we're currently running for our monthly sit around a table, roll real dice thing. It'll be fun. Secondly, guys, we have less than 20 hours left of our Factor campaign. The sponsor of this episode and the past, months worth of episodes. We got less than 20 hours left. We're still far away from we hit our primary goal. We're very, very far away from our secondary goal. So we're running a thing tonight. During this stream, for every Factor sign up we get during this stream, somebody in the party is going to have to pick a card from the deck of many things. Chaos shall ensue. So if you've been thinking about Factor, if you've been thinking about signing up for Factor, do it now, do it tonight, do it during the stream to see any of these crazy people pull a card from the deck of many things. If you sign up using the link, and you have to do it using the link in the description below, and disable any kind of coupon browser extensions like Honey or anything like that. Link in the description below, link in the Twitch card down there using the promo code that's also in the description. Give me a second and I'll speak it out. It is, where is it? Factor SE63673. If you do it during the stream, one of these 6 fine individuals is going to have to pull a card from the deck of many things. We'll make it make sense in the game. Don't worry. But do it. If you've ever been thinking about it, meals are delicious. I've been using them myself for the past couple weeks. Fantastic. And it's cheap. It's like 50% off and free shipping if you use that link. So, other than that, Scott, how else can they support us?
Well, they can go to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/thosenaturalones. It's a really awesome way to support us. We have many levels for them to choose from, for you to choose from, dear listener. I'm done talking to my brother directly. Base level, get access to our Discord, see what we're sharing, all the way up to advertising opportunities. Lots of merch in between. We just had a Top Hum shirt, and I added a Top Hum mug earlier this year, so that'll be going out the beginning of April for everybody who's a patron for those 3 months. We redid all of them December 31st, so new rounds coming out. Check it out, patreon.com/thosenaturalones. One of the benefits is a weekly shout out to everybody at the Meester level or higher. So once again, thank you, Les and Flora Marlatt, for your continued support. Guys, sign up. Make me have to remember more names. I've known those names for a long time. I need new names to remember. Patreon.com/thosenaturalones, please.
All right, I was just told we are buffering quite a bit currently. I am going to try everything on my end to lessen my pings off the charts right now, and our buffers are kind of crazy. Because of that, we are probably going to have to drop the kick stream.
Sorry, Kick.
And you know what? We're probably going to have to drop the TikTok as well. We're going to keep it on YouTube Shorts, and Twitch. And hopefully that will kick back up here in just a couple minutes.
I'm going to text Adolf Hitler and let him know his DDoS is working.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad right now. I'm dropping about 50% of my frames. So hopefully that will catch back up here in a minute. Emery, do your thing.
Do my thing. Okay.
when you're not supporting us, please tune in to our channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight, whenever that time is 8:30 p.m. on YouTube, on Twitch, occasionally Kick and Trovo when they work, and also TikTok. You can interact with us on Facebook, on Blue Sky, on Butch's blog on Tumblr.
It's true. Tumblr's still around. It's still weird. It's still neat. And Butch has a blog on Tumblr, which doesn't make any sense, but that's fine because it's Tumblr. Send me messages. Butch messages, and Butch will answer them. If you ask questions about secrets, Butch will answer them. They might not be right, but to the best of his ability.
Did Tumblr outlive GeoCities?
I think
Yeah.
Against all odds, yes.
Oh
it
my
did.
goodness.
Yes, send messages to our very own Butch on Butch's blog. He will answer your questions, whether or not they're actual answers.
They're actual answers.
They're actual answers, whether or not they're actually right.
As right as Butch can be.
You're supposed to say they're actually right.
They're actually right.
Yeah, believe in your answers. You can also, for all of our audio-only podcast listeners, continue to find our podcast wherever podcasts are spread out into the podcast universe. I'm going to say podcast one more time.
podcast.
Podcast. Do remember to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure that when you hit the bell, you hit all and not personalized, so that way you never miss an episode. Share, tell your friends, sound off in the comments, join us in chat, and sign up for, once again, Factor, so that way we can potentially derail our campaign with cards.
Indeed. And if make sure that you let us know in the chat if you sign up for that Factor deal, because I might not see it instantly. So type it in the chat, we'll verify, and we will do the deck draw. Cool. Thank you, Emery. I believe that concludes everything. I do, however, want to give a shout out to Mr. Rova Peters, who has been getting caught up on everything and commenting like crazy. So thank you for your support. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream all the way back. I think last comment I saw was like on episode 12. So fantastic. Keep it up. Lots of fun stuff for you to enjoy in the future.
I think he was up to 15 today.
Was he at 15? You've been keeping up on it a little better than me.
Soldiering through it.
So keep it up, man. We love to see it. We love the interactions. So I think that's it. Sam, you weren't here last week, but I know you know what happened. What? Tell these fine folk what happened last week.
I would love to. So, last session, Orpheus returned the deck of many things to Elric, and Orpheus pulled a card, the Aberration, which granted him telepathy. The party reunited at the docks, planning to rest before embarking to rescue Raine and Calliope. Hymir told us a message was received stating that a large creature was sighted at the border of Cascanalina, meaning if he transported us, we could cut off the maw before it reaches its destination. He transported us at sunset to an arid savanna-like landscape near the river Koti, outside of Sochev, where we took a long rest. As we rose from our rest, we saw the Crimson Maw miles away, headed straight toward our location. Gwen used Mirage Arcane to make a 1 square mile illusion of a fake military outpost to lure them all. The rest of the party
Wonderful
woke
use
up.
of that spell, Gwen.
Yes.
That was amazing. Congratulations.
It was a wonderful use of that spell.
Maybe your finest hour.
Real quick,
Perhaps.
hold on. I hate to interrupt you, but I have to for this. Rova Peters came in and said it was the burning ship that really caught him and got him invested in the ship in this.
You're welcome.
So there was that. All right, sorry.
Hey, that's
Continue.
episode 1.
That is episode
Check
one.
it
Such
out,
a good
guys.
episode. Oh.
Any landing you can walk away from.
Artist rendition done by our own Sam.
The rest of the party woke up to a small tangible keep that wasn't there the night before. We positioned ourselves in the keep, and the Maw immediately attacked us as it grew close. Battle ensued, and Arnon was able to Misty Step to Calliope and Raine, who both looked unconscious. Gwen was able to heal Raine, so they could join the fight as well. A tense battle continued, and seemingly out of nowhere, a cloaked figure began shooting arrows at the Maw. The party, in and out of consciousness, saw Arnon sacrifice his own life force, taking massive damage to cast Mass Heal on the entire party. And with a first-time casting of Sunburst and near never-before-seen anger, Butch dealt the killing blow to the Crimson Maw as it tried to flee. And that's where we stopped.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sam. It looks like my stream, my latency has gone back up. We should be good now. I am going to try and monitor the stream some more. So if it starts lagging again, please let me know so I can close those stream monitors again. But that is where we will pick up. So let's get some music playing real quick as you all see Butch annihilate this creature in midair. What are you doing?
I'm looking real careful to make sure that it doesn't do the vampire misty thing.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm trying to
Ooh.
raise Butch up on my shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
First
31.
roll of the night is a natural 20, and it didn't show up on my my thing for some reason.
Me neither.
That's on mine.
Yeah, I saw the dice
mine.
pop up. I saw the natural 20 thing pop up, but it's not in my
Yeah.
it's not in my chat log. So your eyes are peeled on this thing, and you do see it disintegrate in this radiant sunburst right there. And you know enough about any kind of vampires or vampire spawn to know that yeah, it should be done. For every intents and purposes, everything that you have been taught, this thing should be no more if it abides by typical rules of vampirism.
Okay. Did it drop anything?
It did not seem like anything dropped from it.
Orpheus is going to look for the mystery man who was shooting arrows. Make sure he's not a threat.
So he seems to be still kind of keeping his distance from the group. You see this man, you now looking over, you do see in this kind of grayish, kind of dirty looking cloak, and you do see a few what look like cobwebs kind of etched into the cloak itself, hiding over kind of a brown leather armor. A quiver attached to his back and a longbow in his hand. You do see kind of a short beard on his face.
So he's clearly not like trying to hide.
No. He at this point he is not trying to hide. You can assume he knows that you know he's there, and it probably wouldn't be prevalent for him to hide at this point.
Does it look like my cloak? Because I have the cloak of the arachnid. Does it look like mine?
It looks very similar to your cloak, yes, I believe. Let me double check it real quick.
Do I get to climb on walls with new friend?
Where is inventory? Yeah, it looks. You can imagine that this is a very similar. It's cut from the same cloth, as it were.
Cloaks are siblings?
Well, yeah, totally. No, you can imagine that this is the same enchantment that your cloak has.
Damn it, Scott! Your comments on YouTube are just.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I just had to look at it. It's too good.
Wow.
What is our mysterious stranger friend doing right now?
He's kind of
Walking up the side of a tree.
Yeah, no, he's so you're all standing in about grass that's about between knee and probably lower thigh height. You see this gentleman standing off in the distance, kind of keeping his distance from you, but not really, doesn't seem to be doing anything other than like looking across from each one of you, kind of taking everything in.
I'm going to look at him.
Orpheus is kind of posture up intimidatingly. Are you going to be a problem?
To which he looks across and is like, well, that depends if you're going to be a problem for me or not.
Wait, I recognize that accent.
Right.
Orpheus, he clearly helped us in that battle.
That doesn't necessarily mean he's our ally.
Easy.
Thanks for the assist.
He just kind of nods across. He's like, I've never said I was going to be your ally, however. At the moment, we had a common enemy, so...
I'm going to sit down and rest because Arnon is not doing too good.
Chris, would you like to describe exactly what this character looks like?
Oh, I would love to. This character is very gaunt but tall, mysteriously
Since you're the one
draped
looking at him, right?
with this cloak, so he's partially obscured. You can't really see the full view of his face, but you can tell he has a very fair complexion, just a little bit of stubble poking out from the hood.
Okay, we asked you to describe the character, not you.
I'm growing the beard back. The stubble's just there temporarily.
Art imitates life, right?
Apparently.
Yes.
He kind of looks across to all of you. He's like, I've been tracking that thing for quite a while. I saw my opportunity when you all were engaged. Figured you might need a little assistance.
You've been tracking that thing.
Indeed.
I suppose if we're going to share notes, you should probably exchange names. And I'm going to approach him.
1 second.
Elric.
Elric. Well met. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I just sent you a message.
Okay. Bring it up here.
All right. So, while this conversation's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Starting a short rest.
Butch is checking on the general and Raine and Gwen.
You walk over, you see the general and Raine, even after being healed by this mass heal of Arden's magical tattoo, they're both looking pretty hurt. Winded, kind of out of it. They both are at this point are kind of resting, kneeling down, and Raine is straight up like full on her back or on their back, just like staring up into the sky, probably head on Gwen's lap if she's over there.
She would be. Bullseye to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ember, were you carrying me?
No,
Okay.
I don't think that's physically possible.
The
I was trying to
general-
give you like a victory bump.
Oh, all right.
General Calliope is down on one knee, kind of resting her elbows on her other knee. As you mention your name, and this mysterious figure kind of looks across, he's like, well met. I've been, like I said, tracking that thing for a while. Tell me, what is your business with that creature?
Well,
Took our friends.
what she said.
You have
I point to Raine and Calliope to denote who was taken.
he can-
Orpheus is trying to kind of eye him up and down and kind of get a feel for him.
course.
Can I roll insight to see if I
Yeah.
can tell
Absolutely.
what
kinda-
may be unusual about him?
Sure. He kind of steps back. He's like, "Are you aware of who this creature serves?"
Unfortunately, intimately.
Oh my god, I'm still not seeing the rolls.
16.
I'm gonna reload Foundry because the rolls are still not showing up for me.
16 on the insight roll.
Okay. He looks at you. He's like, "Exactly what do you mean by intimately?"
Well, we've killed him before. Apparently it didn't take.
So you have no allegiance to the master.
No.
There we go. Now I have rolls. Very well.
In fact, I mean to kill him again and make sure it sticks this time.
Well, you will have to beat me to that because that is something that I've planned to do for a long time. And he reaches out and he's like, "The name is Homewood."
Orpheus broke all his
Well
mirrors.
met.
Oh, okay.
We don't need to mention that.
It's an accomplishment.
I have my own vendetta to take up with Strahd. Seems we may have a common adversary at this point.
He killed 2 shop owners that we know, and one of them we liked.
Thank you, Arnon.
He has taken a lot from a lot of people.
I'm almost certain he's gathering acolytes to himself. He had a small number the last time, well, not the last time, the first time we met him. He'll probably try the same thing.
The 3, I think that if you're speaking of the 3, he still travels with them the last I saw.
Let us hope his number doesn't grow.
When was
He
the
must
last
have-
you saw?
It's been quite a while. I've been trying to track him down by any means.
He
It
must
is-
have brought them back another way because we only saw that one bottle.
Yes, but you remembered you fought the 3 simulacrums of them when you fought Strahd's simulacrum as well. In Hymir's house.
Simulacrums all the way down.
It's been a while since I've seen any sign of him. That's why when this creature appeared, I figured I could track it and potentially it would lead me back to wherever he is now, or wherever Barovia may have ended up.
Butch walks over. Well, I apologize for that. I'm Butch. Extends a hand. A massive turtle hand.
I grasps your hand. Well met. So, what was the last news you had of Strahd?
Nails are a bit long there, friend.
You say nails?
Oh, because Butch needs to trim them?
Indeed. Just kind of.
Honestly, the most recent thing was this creature attacking a place that our army had recently liberated. Before that, it was another fight with a set of simulacrum that dissolved the same way simulacrums.
How long ago was that?
Above board, how long ago was the fight inside of Hymir's house?
Oh, holy hell.
I do not have.
I mean, we waited several weeks before we invaded, and it was before that. So
Yeah,
it's at
it
least
was-
like 2 months.
Yeah, X amount of time.
Right. That amount of time I relate to him.
Yeah.
Elric answers him.
So your,
He'll remember that.
Right?
your timeline is about the same as mine then, unfortunately.
Which means he most likely has had a head start on us for quite some time.
Since the disappearance of Barovia, we haven't had any indication of where he went.
Oh, fortunately, we have a cleric among us who's capable of scrying on Strahd, assuming nothing gets in the way of that.
Well, not today. Today I'm pretty battle ready.
Right.
But yeah, tomorrow.
Speaking of which, Butch, is there any way you could scroll that spell you casted?
I don't know. Never scribed a scroll before.
Homewood, how did you know to intercept this maw here?
Like I said, I've been tracking it for a while. I saw, it's kind of what I'm good at, is tracking things.
He's a trailer and a tractor.
I originated from where Barovia sat, saw pathways towards the southeast, started making my way down. I heard whispers and rumors of battles being fought. I heard indications of this large creature terrorizing towns around what used to be Conticaria. Made my way.
Can I do an insight check just to make sure he's not bullshitting us?
Yeah, sure. Made my way through, and I guess right place, right time.
Don't BS a BSer.
Right?
21.
21, I mean, there's no indication that he is lying.
As far as I can tell, he's on the up and up.
Yeah, there's no indication that he is telling any kind of falsehoods or hiding anything from you.
So you've heard nothing about Strahd's revival in Barovia?
What your Strahd's arrival? I think your timeline is missing a few facts there, my friend.
How so?
I mean, yes, Barovia returned when Strahd was defeated the first time. I'm assuming you all. I have you all to thank for that.
Indeed.
When Barovia.
Not me.
When Barovia arrived back on this plane, the mists recoiled and the sunlight shone over the fields again. We were freed. Some of us took out to different locations, However, the valley that once held Barovia and then held Barovia again once we re-emerged, there was a bit of a incident as settlements had been built over the last few hundred years in that location. Settlements that were destroyed as Barovia took its rightful spot. People who were displaced. A few skirmishes ensued between the Barovians and the people whose land we kind of fell on, for lack of a better term. Some of us made our peace with it, some of us helped in any way we could to those who were displaced and dehomed. Others left to find better lives, out being stuck in Barovia for countless cycles of rebirth and death and reincarnation over and over and over again. I was doing my best before he returned. I was out in a hunting party when the mists returned and the city vanished. The valley vanished once again. All that was left was the rubble of the buildings, the homesteads, the farms that we had crushed when you returned Barovia to its rightful spot. I'm not sure where it ended up, whether it is back in that dreadful place that we were stuck in for countless millennia, or if he just found a way to move it to a different location, which is the information I was trying to find.
Strange, then, that the Maw would fly in the direction that Barovia had reappeared.
Indeed. I don't know if... We hadn't seen the Maw in these skies before. I'm not sure if he was unaware of the transference, or if he perhaps knows of a hidden way back towards Barovia. And unfortunately, we don't have a way of questioning it. Not that I think it would answer any questions when it was alive either, but...
Thank you to whoever just subbed on YouTube.
Indeed.
Thank you.
And don't forget, if you are in the chats, every Factor subscription using the code in the description downstairs, in the description below, is one pull from the deck of many things. Tonight only. So.
How long ago did Barovia disappear?
It hasn't been too long. It's maybe a week, maybe two. It's hard to tell.
Orpheus immediately looks at Elric.
I'm going to look right back at Orpheus.
Coincides, don't you think?
So it would seem. Tell me, Homewood, you've been doing this all by yourself?
More or less. I was still living in Barovia, hunting, trying to... For all we knew, Strahd was gone. It was time to move on. But, like I said, I was out hunting, past the outskirts of Barovia, when the mists formed. The next thing I knew, I made my way back, and there was nothing but the remains of the buildings that were crushed.
If Barovia's gone once more, the effort to return to that place is Greater than we can afford to expend, at least for the time being.
Do you think he's returned to the Shadowfell?
It's possible. There's much that we still don't know. In any case, that creature's dead. I think, at least for the moment, we can celebrate or at least appreciate a victory. You are free to join us, Homewood, if you would like.
Join you doing what exactly?
Saving the world.
He just kind of laughs a little bit. He's like, well, that sounds like a noble mission. Unfortunately,
Well, part of it does involve destroying Strahd.
now you have my attention.
If you want, we can call you Holmes for short.
I would very much like you to not do that.
You sure? Because we
Woody.
can.
We can go Woody.
Oh no.
Have you heard of Titivolus the Wise?
He looks at you.
I didn't phrase it that way. Above board, he just said, "Have you heard of Titivolus?"
He just he looks at you, and this pale face appears to get even paler at the mention of that name. Where have you heard this name before?
He's our ultimate enemy. The one whom Strahd serves.
The one threatening to destroy all of creation by crashing all of the planes together.
If Strahd serves this person, this entity, then seems like somebody that might be worth taking out. I have an interesting history with that name myself.
Do you?
Let's just say a servant of Titivolus was the reason my station fell in the first place, before I returned to Barovia to seek Strahd.
It sounds like you have quite the story to tell.
And for that story, go ahead and watch our tower defense episode.
Yes, look up the episode In Our Defense.
Indeed.
It's on our one-shot playlist on YouTube.
Those natural one-offs.
That's right.
Homewood,
Yes.
would you be willing to accept a sending spell from me if and when we go after Strahd?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
That is my main objective, and my main purpose is to find and destroy that man. Or creature, whatever.
He's an undead monster, so, yeah.
Wait now, let's not be racist. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold up,
He outs
Holmes.
himself immediately.
I would greatly appreciate a notice if you are going to take him on yourself.
Good.
But she'll give you a shout out, Holmes.
It's Arnon, it's Homewood. He's made this clear. You'll have to forgive Arnon. He is our resident
I'm not feeling well. I'm a bit lightheaded.
He has lost a lot of blood.
Yep.
Very good with the blade, though.
Fantastic. I prefer ranged
Wait,
weapons
Butch?
myself.
Butch.
Yeah.
My tongue's doing that thing again.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
You got to stop using those tattoos.
See if I have another restoration in my bag.
Ah! It doesn't seem to be evenly spread this time.
Oh my god.
All right, Gwen, do you have any of that anti-blue tongue fungus?
No,
Been like that
but
ever
I have
since,
some that
Levistus
could
charmed
make
him.
him forget about it.
Ever since I practiced Stygia and licked that metal pole.
You know, with enough sand, I bet we could get it off.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So what will you do, Homewood? You gonna come with us, or are you off on your own?
I'll probably continue my search, but if you were to find any sight of him, I would greatly appreciate it. And also, and he reaches down in his bag and pulls out a stone and kind of flicks it over towards you, Butch. He's like, you contact me if you see any, if you have any signs, and I will do the same.
Absolutely.
Well, I am off to continue searching for signs and word about where this creature may have ended up.
Best of luck.
And you as well. And with that, he turns and starts making his way into the field behind you.
Speaking of signs.
You all turn to kind of speak to each other, and then you look back, and he is nowhere to be seen.
That guy gives me the creeps.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, he's a ranger.
I've never seen a ranger look that pale. They're always out in the sun. They're always sun bleached.
Good thing he wasn't close to that sunburst, Butch.
I'm trying really hard to not take offense to these pale comments.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, I do say that out loud.
You're not out hunting in the woods every day. You're tucked in a book in a corner of a bedroom.
Literally, hunting is all we've done together.
All right, that's fair. I take it back. My apologies, Elric.
Elric really needs like a magical umbrella, like a jet black umbrella that just hovers between him and the sun at all times.
Just a mage hand.
A parasol?
Yeah.
A parasol?
That's right.
Nice. Gotta have the lace.
To answer your question above board, Butch could make a scroll of Sunburst. It would take 60 days, 8 hours a day, and 8 spell slots above second level because it doesn't have Arcana. He can get it with a second level spell and 15,000 gold. I don't think we have 60 days, though.
I said a spell scroll, not your cleric dissertation. What the fuck?
That's what it takes.
He's riding with those turtle claws.
Oh my god.
Give him a break.
Rules are the same for everyone.
While all this is happening, Raine, laying their head in Gwen's lap, just kind of looks up and they're like, how the hell did y'all even find us? You're muted.
Nope. Well, we tried to follow you when we saw you were being taken, and then we knew it was in that general direction, but then somebody spotted Big Fuck, and Hymir helped us intercept. We really tried to, Orpheus and I tried to chase it down and get you guys back, and that didn't work at all. Orpheus almost died. I could have. It was a solid impact to the ground.
Orpheus sneezes in the distance.
There was a forward observer, and someone used navigation tools to figure out what direction the Maw was headed. And we took a chance and got lucky. And thank the lunar lady, we found you.
Well, I surely appreciate y'all's dedication, I guess would be the best word. Who the hell knows what would have happened if he got us back to wherever the hell he was taking us.
We didn't want to find out. So we were not going to just let y'all be.
The worst part
They
was like he
remember-
dabbed on us right before he took off.
Do they remember anything right before they got taken?
I remember we were standing in the middle of that plaza right there, in the middle of that courtyard in the middle of Kali, and next thing I know, the ground started shaking from below us. It felt like an explosion went off, and it must have knocked both of us unconscious. We were both pretty hurt from that fight, from the battle taking over the city, but knocked us unconscious, and then next thing I know, we're waking up to y'all and whatever the fuck that thing was.
Did that thing come from underground?
Oh yeah, there was a tunnel. It tunneled into the town. That's how we knew it headed back the same way it came. Because the tunnel came from Barovia too.
DM, is everybody in a group at this point, or is the general still over somewhere else?
I'd say you're all pretty much in the same vicinity.
I'm just sitting down talking up to all you guys.
Well, Orpheus goes over to the general and says, Cassiel's waiting for you. We should probably head back. And as he does that, he touches his dragon medallion and casts Cure Wounds on her.
She's
with Gift of a Metallic Dragon.
Fantastic. She just kind of nods slightly, and she's like, I'm sure he's handling things. But yes, let me reach out to him real quick and let him know we are safe. With that, she kind of closes her eyes. And then as you're watching, kind of a look of concern crosses her face.
Great.
And she kind of opens her eyes and looks to all of you. He's like, cracks in the sky. Do you know what he means by cracks in the sky?
Yeah, I pointed those out to Hymir. I forget what Hymir said.
He is, Cassiel says, I mean, fucking 25 word limit. There's something about widening near Torchev.
Oh yeah, Hymir said it was a visible symptom of the planes coming closer together.
Yes, Cassiel was...
Or some such.
Short on words, he said, cracks in the sky widening over Torchev, raining fire on the city?
That's bad.
We didn't see Torture yet, but there was a crack in Kali, and it seemed to originate around the capital.
Rockriel.
Yeah.
She kind of stops for a second. She's like, Our intel always said that, or our intel had been telling us that Torchev was the seat of power of that Efriti, that general of Titivolis. You said that Taimir said the cracks were a convergence of the planes?
Yeah, it was a sign of the borders between the planes weakening.
Kind of looks
They're
across.
crashing together.
Above board, are the cracks visible from where we're located at all?
Make a perception check.
Can we all look?
Sure.
Is it our leveled up stats? Just curious.
Oh shoot! I didn't install, or I didn't
No.
import you all. I mean, yes, it would be, but I
Now would be a good time because we want to use
Because
a
it's going to be
stat.
5 higher than whatever I roll if it is.
Yeah, I know you and your fucking 22.
Plus 15 to wisdom or to perception checks, by the way, guys.
Look at me. I'm Sam.
Nice.
I'm a badass druid.
Yeah, I am. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Where'd my character go?
I'm
Throughout the
importing.
campaign,
I'm
she
importing
died the
you right
most, but now she's the most OP of all of us.
I mean, she.
That's
really
because
is.
her eyes are always peeled for the next death.
Cobalt.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna have to
That's just
do
rude.
it at break because I'm getting the Cobalt token error again.
27.
Awesome.
Well, it's doing
Hey, since we're in a slight in between moment, my Butch's word of recall is set to the small shrine to Sinajimbo in.
Castellatri. Original kid shift.
Castellatri.
Thanks for the sub.
Gwen should have a slot left over for transport via plans, though, so she could take us straight to Kali.
And
Nice.
again, the
Perfect.
shit isn't loading. I'm going to refresh Foundry because none of the rolls are showing up. So
Awesome.
anybody who got over, or Gwen, what did you get?
27.
27. Okay. Anyone who got over a 20, you look up and you can see a visible crack kind of coming from the south, moving northward. Anyone over 25, you can see flickers of flame kind of curling out of that crack. Almost like, just like here and there out of the crack in the sky.
Flaming crack.
Taco Bell.
Woof.
So,
Yeah, that does not look good. guys.
Casil said that they were going to rally the forces, make a direct approach towards Torchev. The dwarves should be fairly close at this point. They've taken Gintano and Stranto already. The next step for them would have been Torchev. We are sending our forces around. We were going to continue up the coast, but it seems like Torchev might be in dire straits at this point.
Okay, to Torchev then.
Are we
Wait,
going
did-
right now?
Did Arnon get a short rest?
I need 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I don't know about anybody else, but most of us were unconscious 10 minutes ago. So
Yeah, that includes me.
we should probably try to rest a little before we charge into another full-blown battle.
It's going to
That's
take.
fair.
It's going to take Casil and the armies at least 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. If they bypass the 2 remaining occupied cities on the coast, it's going to be about a 400-mile trek. So it'll take them at least a few days, even by airship. So we have time, because there is no reason for us to jump in by ourselves, what are these 7 of us going to do? 8 of us going to do against an occupied city and a fucking general of Tativolis?
Let's look at Arnon like the well, though.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like they're mind flayers.
No, they're just fire demons.
Yeah. We've got Ember.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Whatever
Yeah, what Butch
Tativolis
said.
is doing to make this happen, it's getting worse rapidly.
Either way, I need a nap first.
We have spies in the field trying to get close to Rockrialt to see if they can observe anything that's happening. But yes, it seems like it's only a matter of time at this point. It seems like we're getting close to what could make or break the fabric of our reality.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Have your scouts been able to determine what we're going to be up against?
Not yet. We haven't heard back from them yet. We just sent them out not too long ago.
No thoughts on infiltration?
I mean, at some point we are going to have to infiltrate Rockrialt. So we're going to have to come up with a way to probably get you all inside that fortified city.
Hey, is this green thing something? Which has gone over to look at the green thing
What green thing?
on the
What is that?
whoa.
Oh, I don't know what that is. It's just
Okay.
something in the map.
It's a thing.
It's just a
That's a portal. You should step through it.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Hold on,
suddenly
let me
you're
get
in a
my-
world of goo.
Let me get my ball.
So
We've done enough of that.
let us. I think a rest.
However, if you subscribe to Factor, we'll pull one of those cards.
That's right. Tonight
That's
only. I only got a few more.
Oh my gosh.
Few more hours left. Use that sign
The
up.
sky's the limit.
Let's pull a card. I think a rest would be a great idea. I know it's still early today, but even if they were able to get everyone mobilized immediately, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 days before they even get to Torchev.
All right,
We're still
so
in
short rest
hostile
of-
territory, so we should be smart about where we camp here.
We got another YouTube sub. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, should I, for lack of a better phrase, roll out the red carpet?
What?
You still have the ability to do that?
Eyebrows raised.
Yes. I used my 8th and my 6th. I saved my 7th.
I think anything that will give us a successfully safe night's or day and night's rest would be greatly appreciated at this point.
Oh, are we doing like a long rest?
Yeah.
So I can do the hut.
Doing the hut. Oh.
Would we like the hut or the mansion?
Oh, a
Don't we want to
mansion?
be a little bit more discreet given where we are, or is that not?
Yeah, we're in behind it. I'm like, lines.
That feels, as much as I'd love a mansion, it maybe be better to just be a hut.
I mean,
that looks like a
It's
rock.
the extra dimensional.
Hut.
Yeah, the mansion doesn't appear. It's just literally a portal
Oh,
that
really?
you walk into. Yeah, it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Mansion it up, my guy.
Yeah,
Love me a
There's food
pocket
in the
dimension.
mansion, right?
There is.
it's full of food.
That's also good.
Maybe
Yeah.
you could hide the door behind that portal.
Does the merging of the planes affect our pocket dimensions?
Let's not bring that up.
You have no
Given that our bags of holding are pocket dimensions, let's let sleeping dogs
have
lie.
no idea.
Maybe
It'd
when
be
you
a problem
step out.
if fire started raining in our mansion.
Elric, roll me a d20. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
What the hell, Orpheus?
Not the words of curse.
I was just curious.
perhaps
Words
when
of
you step
curse.
inside, maybe just don't look up.
What?
Ooh.
Did you get that
feel like I've
taco
heard that
stand
somewhere.
in the mansion that I asked for?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on, tacos.
No,
We can
no yabos?
Meat Sundays,
We can just
though?
have them make tacos. That's not a.
What about a
Don't
burrito
need an
buggy?
actual stand for that.
What's the point of having a mansion if you don't have your own taco stand?
I know, right? Oh no!
And then
It's like going on a
Taco Bell
cruise
came
without
Not
after
having
us.
free sushi.
And that's when the copyright strike struck.
Gosh, darn it!
Yeah, that was the sound of a copyright strike.
That was me dropping something.
Oh no, Amisra is still in here. Oh no.
No.
I mean,
Welcome
she's
to
probably
my
in the attic.
haunted mansion.
There's an illusory image of her in the attic
I would not be
that we've
surprised.
never seen.
Yep,
Do your thing,
Private.
Elric.
private reasons.
Using my spear, I'm going to essentially mime cutting a doorway into the reality. Strangely see through the doorway a completely separate extraplanar space. Where it's a nice garden walk up leading to my 2-story mansion. That
Fantastic.
conveniently has rooms for everyone.
We love you, Elric.
So, as you all enter this mansion, followed by Raine and Calliope, you all enter this feeling of security behind enemy lines. The evening is yours, and apparently Arnon has death saving throws. Why does it say that? That's weird.
I don't
The
know.
system's out to get him.
Oh, now you're at full health. I don't know what the hell that was. That was
What
weird.
the fuck?
I just imported your
I
character.
lost my temp HP and everything.
Yeah, I just imported your character. I guess it overrid your hit points. Oh well, you're in the mansion now. It's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you doing this evening?
Elric is going to go to the part of the mansion that has. Well, it looks like a bar, the kind of bar that you would expect to find in a tavern. And yeah, Elric is going to have a seat, pull out his dragon chess set, and do that thing that smart people do when they play chess against themselves.
Ah, yes. Butch will draw you a beer. Come over and do his best bartender talk. So, you all right? Haven't seen you here in a while.
Please tell me you have a cloth and you're polishing the bar.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
I just imagine him walking over with an empty mug, pulling a towel off his shoulder, and wiping.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hold it with my claws.
Small comfort here at the end of the world.
What, chess?
all of this.
How many will you have? 2, 3?
In terms of like casks of booze?
No, the number of drinks you want. Bitter, right?
Oh. Just one.
All right. Extra bitter. Which brings him the largest mug they have. Just one.
Thank you.
It's the size of 3.
Thank you, Butch.
Of course. As he dodges the unseen servants attempting to do their jobs.
It's literally doing their jobs for them. Do you have any idea what you're going to do once this is all over?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I fully expect to die at some point and spend the rest of eternity with the Lunar Lady. However, if I survive, hopefully I'll be spending more time with my friends and giving tours of Mesh. And I don't know. It's going to be a lot of funerals.
Right.
Orpheus pulls up a seat next to Elric with a couple bottles of whiskey in tow.
This is probably the point where Gwen and Raine walk in. Like realizing people seem to be congregating.
Orpheus waves him over.
Oh, hey, Orpheus. How are your bones?
Clangs the bottles together. Mischievous smile.
Perfect.
Is Arnon in here? Yeah. I took the long way. I was checking out what I can only guess is a gigantic aviary or monkey cage. At the top, just to the left.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not for
Butterflies?
monkeys. It's for the beetles.
It might be an apiary or aviary. That's what I'm.
I
That's what
prefer an apiary. It's sweeter,
Aviary.
I'm sure there's an apiary around here somewhere.
probably. Arnon, you want
Yeah.
that? You want that meat sundae?
Yeah.
All right,
I need to regenerate some blood cells.
I'll be back,
Where's
guys.
Ember at? Where's Ember right now?
I think I gathered an entire heaping tray of tacos, set up in a table in the corner of the bar, and I'm throwing a bowl for the raccoon because it has too much energy being strapped to me all the time.
We still need to find them a home, Amber.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go make 6 meat sundaes.
There's a lot of people who are going to need homes after this.
The most important is the raccoon.
Well, certainly, I don't want to. I think I agree with Ember that I don't want to thrust the raccoon into the front lines of battle if we can avoid it, especially after the.
What's going on? Orpheus is walking towards the raccoon.
Not you again.
I'm just gonna walk between Orpheus and the raccoon.
Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay, Gwen. It's okay.
That's what you said last time.
I
Yeah,
reach into.
and then you tried to drown me.
I reach into my bag of
Tiny
holding and
bones.
pull out some of the jerky that Butch gifted me once upon a time ago. I'm just
Give
trying
the
to
raccoon a
apologize.
taco and make sure it doesn't
Where'd
have
that-
your jerky.
Where'd that come from? I
Butch
just want to
gave it
make
me.
sure. It's
Butch
not
gave it
something
to
you
me.
acquired when you were weird.
Oh, you'll have to be more specific, but
I'm gonna grab his hand that has the jerky in it, and I'm gonna take a bite of the jerky and then let go of his hand.
The raccoon's
Normal
just
jerky?
Like, that was Rick.
looks pretty normal for a druid.
Okay. All right, it's good. It's good. I just want to be sure. Like we're right on the cusp of finding this little tyke a home. So.
Can we just take a moment to recognize that Gwen just ate jerky out of Orpheus's hand?
Out of his pocket.
Mystery meat out of my bag of holding.
Yeah, I didn't. I just wanted to make sure it was safe for the raccoon. Like, I'll
Only,
figure it out.
3 days after I more or less attempted to secure your demise.
Oh yeah,
this
watching.
Nice.
I like you, Orpheus. I'm watching. Shit got weirder.
Orpheus holds out a bottle of whiskey
Will do.
and then proceeds over to the raccoon and kneels down and offers the jerky.
It's like reaches up and nibbles on it a little bit, then just straight up grabs the piece and runs off with its little raccoon hands and starts chowing down on it.
Of course, Orpheus doesn't speak raccoon, but he uses his telepathy to speak into the raccoon's brain.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, little one.
You just see this raccoon.
I didn't mean to frighten you.
All the rest of you just see this raccoon like look up and then just like start looking around like crazy, like can't quite figure out where the hell this voice is coming from.
And Orpheus then goes over to Gwen and Ember, assuming they're relatively close together. Says, I just want to apologize. I don't know what came over me in the abyss. I just had just such a bloodlust. I just wanted to kill anything. Unfortunately, you were all just there. I hope you can forgive me.
Oh my god, we're buffering again.
It's like a lot.
Yeah. Ah, all right. Well, I believe
Awesome.
this is a perfect time
Let's
to go
take a
ahead
break.
and take our break since we're buffering like crazy. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
give us just a bit of time and we will be right back. Don't forget, sign up for Factor using the link below and somebody will have to pull from the deck of many things. Tonight only.
We're gonna have Kyle go reboot the internet.
Exactly. All right, stick with us. We will be right back. And we are back. Sorry for that long delay.
Balls.
It was crazy.
Internet issues, Foundry issues, all the issues, but we are back. So,
We have returned.
you all were eating and drinking at the bar in the Magnificent Mansion. To be honest, I don't remember exactly what we were doing before all of those issues. So, what are you all?
Apologizing to a raccoon.
Apologize to a raccoon. Yeah, that tracks. What else are you doing besides apologizing to a raccoon?
Butch returns with a large tray with eight meat sundaes. Each meat sundae is potato mash with parsnip mash. Atop that is a nice layer of like a beef bourguignon with some sautéed onion and garlic on top. He sets one down for Arnon.
Please tell me that you put a cherry tomato on it.
No, those are in a bowl on the side.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Which sets out. Wait, would anyone else like any?
Orpheus remembers back to his soup in the cave that Butch cooked up for us. And shakes his head politely.
Oh, I didn't make these. These are from the kitchen. Butch remembers.
Orpheus then nods.
Ember, food?
I've got this huge platter of tacos. Thank
Right,
you,
but they're
though.
not- Okay. Gwen?
Sure, Butch. I'll take.
Oh, right. Butch comes around and gives you meat sundae if you want one.
Love that song.
It's a good song. Involves meat sundaes. All right, I need to know how many people are having a meat sundae. I need to know how many are left. So I'm starting with 8. 1, 2, 3. Elric?
Sure, why not?
I think that song's got one of those ironic names like Vegan
4.
Blues or something like that.
A vegan's lament.
Yeah, Vegan's Lament.
Oh my gosh. I imagine the kitchen could do one that does not contain meat or anything else
Then it's just a Sunday.
like butter. Anyway, so that says
And you just get the sweats.
general? Just general in here?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Rain?
Oh, why not? It's been a long fucking week.
Okay.
So, you all enjoy your food, your drinks, your company. Feeling
Butch is going to have to go back to get a couple more for himself.
a sense of security in this place that you probably haven't felt in quite a while, knowing that you are in a, extraplanar existence at this point, away from, at least temporarily, everything that's happening in the world. Is there anything that you all would like to accomplish during the rest of this day or through the night?
I'm going to take some of those mashed potatoes and gravy and push it over the edge of the bowl in like a tier shape. And then I'll say, "Hey, Butch, look, now it's a meat Monday."
Orpheus.
Is this an elf thing?
It's pretty universal.
Meat Monday. Because it's a tier.
Just
was a meat
another meaty Monday.
Is it sad?
Wish it was a Sunday.
It is a Sunday. It's a meat Sunday.
I'm gonna go to the archery range.
Shoot my joke dead.
Yes. Yeah, the range where jokes go to die.
Fine.
And yeah, I'm going to think about trying my hand at archery, and then I'm going to think of the companion we lost.
I suppose it's better than thinking about your butt.
Assuming Elric
Why
snuck
would you-
off
Oh my God.
on his own, Orpheus is gonna try to quietly follow him out.
Yeah, it wasn't sneaking.
Okay. I'm gonna
Never.
try to subtly just get your dig in.
You stop that right now.
Gonna just subtly walk out of the bar room and follow Elric to the range.
Follow the sound of applause.
You stop.
I hear a faint whistle along with the applause.
I'm going to kill all of you.
Oh, Arnon.
Yeah.
This meat Sunday is my favorite. I named it Friday.
Oh.
I'm in love.
Wow.
With your Sunday? Or your Friday?
No, it's Friday.
Okay.
It occurs
What
to
do you
me
think?
that I have Melf's acid arrow, so instead of using a bow, I use that.
Did you say acid arrow?
Do you think
God.
do you think Roxy will let you love other things, or is she gonna be controlling?
She's like a werebear. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about it because I don't think she's worried. I don't think she's so insecure that my love of food would threaten that.
I hope not, because you really love food.
Well, I mean, without food, you know, waste away. I mean, you guys hardly ever eat. Look how thin you are.
Yeah.
Like, are any of you even over 250? No.
No, I'm only like 25.
Pounds?
Oh, we use kilograms.
Right,
It
elves.
still doesn't. Oh my god.
That's still so little.
I'm not here for
25
this.
kilograms.
I'm not here
That's
for this
literally
conversation.
55 pounds.
That's not enough.
You guys are acting like I was actually responding to the question.
Yeah.
I took it very seriously, and it's 2.2 pounds per kilogram, and that's not enough.
Orpheus eats a lot, I can tell. He's, yeah.
I'm just gonna slip some cheese in my pocket.
Orpheus can probably bench 3 of you.
Yeah, I can probably bench like 175 pounds.
Clearly, that's like 3 elves.
Wouldn't exactly call that a flex, but okay. I mean, if anything, L's are the easiest thing to bench in the world.
So you follow
Oh, did you see those goblins?
Orpheus. You follow Elric to the archery range.
Could
Goblin
probably
jealousy.
bench a couple of goblins.
Yep. A dozen.
Elric,
It's keeping a hold of them that's the problem.
That's what glue is for.
Elric, can I have a word with you?
Were we just following him to the range with this stupid conversation? Or were we just shouting it throughout the house?
Well, Orpheus was trying to be subtle, so I'm hoping you weren't following him.
I assumed Arnon and the Butch were still in the bar. But it's Orpheus is gonna
Elric was still responding, so it's like we were like shouting out back after him.
It'd be amazing.
Tries to
The
have a
acoustics of this mansion are magnificent.
From this conversation, pan over 5 feet, and they're all just looking at us.
Was Orpheus just still talking in our heads?
Anyway,
Are you
Orpheus.
still able to talk in people's heads?
Yeah.
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 Okay, assuming nobody else is actually around me and Elric, otherwise this conversation's not happening.
Yeah. Under that assumption, yeah, let's. You wanted to talk about something.
Orpheus is going to say his part into Elric's head so as not to be overheard by our sneaky friends.
Twins on the ceiling.
Listen, I mentioned before the cost of using these items. Should we have to? But the truth is this, and I pull out the lock. I know a lot about the mystic arts, but I don't know enough to apply this properly. should we need to use it. This device can imprison Titivolus till the end of time.
Elric, you see in his hand this gem that you last saw in the hands of Asmodeus as he sat on his throne in front of you. This large, crystalline, purple and black, almost looks like a giant, just like diamond of purple and black energy.
Is this my first time seeing it?
You saw it when Asmodeus first, like, showed it. Like, he first presented it. But I don't believe you saw the transference to Orpheus.
If you don't mind.
I need to warn you, Elric, before I hand this over to you. You don't touch these corrupted items from hell unscathed. And if the need arises and somebody has to use this, you'll be bound to Asmodeus forever. Your soul will become entwined with him in his realm.
I pull back my hand and I say, as a matter of fact, place that on the table over there.
Kind of set it down in front of us at the archery deck.
You hear, as he places this object down, a, like, thunk sound that sounds much deeper and much heavier than this object should give out. The weight of this object, the mass almost seeming significantly more than the size would allow.
Going to ritually cast Identify on this gem prison.
Okay. Let me send this to you real quick.
Well, Butch, when did those guys leave?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. Probably around.
Man. I must have got lost in my Sunday.
It's a good Sunday.
As Elric's doing this, Orpheus explains the role of the other device he was given, the chains that must be bound to each single limb, and in doing so, will also consume a piece of the user's soul, and perhaps more.
In deriving information from that item, I buckle a little bit and find my way to a seat. Orpheus. Are you sure about this?
I'm not sure about anything anymore. But I know I want to protect my friends. The chains I can use. But I worry that even if I succeed, there'll be no means to use this gemstone to imprison him. And he'll just rise again in another place, in another form. Perhaps twice as terrible. I know how much you've lost so far. It's overwhelming, to be frank. And I would hate to ask this burden of you, but you're the only one that's knowledgeable enough in the arcane and both courageous enough of spirit to do what needs to be done if it's needed. I hope it's not needed. I hope we can defeat Tivlis permanently without using these items. But if we can't, will you hold this lockstone?
That lockstone. Of course, Asmodeus would offer this up. If there is no other way, then yes, I will make sure that it works.
Orpheus picks up the stone from the archery bench and walks over to Elric, wraps it in a cloth. I'm sorry, Elric.
Make no mistake. I fully intend to slay Tivlis 1,000 times if I have to in his home plane before resorting to this catch-22.
As I hand Elric the stone, I say, if I succeed in binding him, my hope is that there won't be a need. But should I fail, it may be the only way to do so permanently.
We're a unit. We act as one. Either we all succeed in getting rid of him forever, or we all fail, and we lose the plains forever.
That makes it all worth it.
And I cannot wait to tell Asmodeus to shove this gemstone right up his ass.
That Orpheus lets go of the stone, giving it to Elric, laughs to himself, and takes another swig. That's the spirit.
Hey, Arnon, I don't know if I'm going to eat all 6 of these. Do you want another one?
I thought Raine took one.
Orpheus, as you
No, I went back to the kitchen and got more.
Oh.
as Orpheus turns and walks away, Elric, in your mind, you hear a voice. Well, it appears you have won this round. Do not get too comfortable. Perhaps I will give your cousin a visit.
Can I respond to that message?
You can try, sure.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to respond to this message. My words being, every life you take from me is an additional death I'm going to put you through. Threaten my team, my family, my loved ones again. And I will make sure that I am the reason you never punish anything ever again. For all eternity if I have to. At some point, the message, I'm sure, would cut off in the middle of those words, but the intent is there.
Sending vibes.
Fantastic.
Elric's probably still saying more, not even thinking about the, like, I don't care if I have like a 25-word limit, I'm going to go off.
I love it.
And then I storm out of the room because, god damn it, he's calling me direct. Butch? I need another drink.
Oh, sorry, Arnon. I'm needed at the bar. Which brings you to.
Thank you. The first one he just downs instantly.
Orpheus is gonna go sit next to the general.
General just kind of nods at you as you sit.
So, General, assuming we succeed in this whole endeavor, taking back Conticaria, saving the realms, what do you plan after it's all over? He pours her a drink.
After it is all over, we still have a country to rebuild and leadership to find, as the royal line has been eradicated. So, my duty first and foremost is to Conticaria. In whatever role that may be, whether it be protector or finding someone to replace the royal family. But hopefully once this is over and we have our country back, we can start rebuilding. Hopefully we will find a strong leader to take over. And perhaps my job can be a little less important. I would be perfectly fine just going back to training recruits and building a small defense force again.
And yet that's not always what duty calls for, is it?
Indeed.
You know, General, through this whole ordeal, even before I was cast into Dis, we had one strong leader, strong figurehead, who we all recognized, not by birth, hiding up in some castle. But one of us, one of the people on the ground, one of the regular people, worked up through the ranks. You know, what's left of the Conticarian army and its people. I have no doubt look up to you greatly. Something to consider for when this is all over.
Just kind of smile.
Conticaria is very sparse on leadership at the moment. People don't have a whole lot to look up to. And who knows what'll become of us after this is all said and done. But I think duty will call to you. And I think you should listen.
She kind of smiles and she says, well, if that's the will of the people, then so be it. I am no politician. I am a soldier. I am a commander, but I am no politician. But until there is stable leadership in place, I will do what I must.
Then in the meantime, may I make a request?
Of course.
If we both survive all of this, I would like to resume my normal role within the ranks and prepare your new army. We're going to have a lot of untrained new soldiers that need to be taught the craft of war. And quite frankly, I think our military has needed reforms for a long time. No more child soldiers. No more mercenaries for foreign lands that simply weaken our defenses on the borders. And I think you have the wisdom to lead the nation. And in doing so, I don't think you'll have the time to worry about every single soldier.
She reaches out and just clasps you on the shoulder, and she's like, I would like that very much. There are few people I would trust in a role, in a high-end role like this. Most of which are in this room, or at least in this building. It would be my great honor to count you among one of the new generals of the new Conticarian army.
Kind of hold up my whiskey glass and toast and
Cheers.
take a swig. And then just normal conversation from there.
What are Gwen and Raine just sitting there?
Just cuddling and people watching.
I'll come over and sit across from you, too, and just reach into my cloak and pull out our little friend and put her on the table. Wynn put a piece of cheese. Say, would you like to make introductions?
Raine hasn't met Miss Swiss.
No.
Raine.
What the hell is that thing?
This is.
You've never seen this?
I made that. I needle felted Miss Swiss.
That was Raine.
Oh, Raine.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
One of us was RPing, okay?
All right.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Are you telling me that
I got
you,
defenses of them.
are you telling me that you run around doing all this shit with that little fucking thing in your pocket this whole time? I don't know if that is adorable or terrifying.
Gwen helped fashion a protective pocket lining for me.
Yeah. Miss Swiss is a treasure.
I mean, she's adorable, but I can't believe anybody would be reckless enough to carry that tiny little innocent creature into a battle.
Seen the
Weirdly enough, I
raccoon
learned.
papoose?
I
mean,
learned
that's a whole nother
big
issue.
lesson about that on your ship.
But this is a much more protected friend.
Yes.
Well, just
Now we
the
have-
fingertip.
Now we have water breathing.
Well, I hope that that little critter is adorable. They just kind of like reach up and attempt to like give it a little scritch between the ears.
She's been friends with Gwen for a while. I thought you'd like to meet her too.
I
Or
appreciate
Gwen
that.
would like you to meet her.
I certainly did, and I very much appreciated Arden. She's my favorite mouse.
I still can't get over it. What the hell is that thing? I made that. Oh my
I
God.
thought that was Nick giving me shit.
No,
Yeah.
that was Raine.
I thought he forgot.
No, that was Raine's reaction to
Yeah.
the fact that you've been going through all these battles with a mouse in your pocket.
Yeah.
It is kind of a wild thing to commit to, just bringing
was
a little animal
least of
along.
Least of my misgivings was that.
How frequently has this mouse been soaked in blood?
A lot.
It's in a nice little
lot.
case.
We do
Nice
not
little
want to
case.
answer that question.
I'd like to
She's
think
got-
it's got like the Bowser effect where her and Arnon are just
Do you
very
have
similar.
a prestidigitation tattoo on your arm?
Gwen helped me make a little box to line my pockets so she's protected. So
Nice.
after Mr. Gouda met his terrible end,
Oh no.
you guys
Jeez.
none of you guys know Mr. Gouda's name.
Did you increase
did
the
you guys-
AC on the box?
Did you guys ever know he existed? I can't even remember.
I think he might have just died in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you ever shared it with us.
I don't think so either. I had to add that little that burning in the brazier.
Oh yeah. Rest
This
in
is
peace, Mr. Gouda.
this is one of Arnon's 2 items from the pauper urchin background.
I'll spread.
So I
You
just
You
sit
get
there.
stealth and the little guy.
So
So I'll just sit there while she runs around and eats her cheese.
fantastic. So
Druid craft a tiny little flower to put behind her ear.
as the evening comes to a close through the day, you all have these conversations, go about your individual tasks, and kind of take a moment of respite in what has been and what seems to be the beginning of a consistent battle. The pressure and the weight of what's to come weighing on the back of all of your minds as you try to push it away, at least for one night's respite in this mansion. The looming, ominous visions of the cracking sky, the barrier between the planes crumbling as you sit looming in the back of your minds. But in this mansion, that seems distant. But still ever present as you know you're about to start the final battle for this plane. So, with that, we are going to go ahead and call it for the night a little early.
Ooh.
But
Oh.
thank you all who joined. Thank you all who subscribed on YouTube during this. Unfortunately,
Unless somebody signs up for Factor right now.
unless somebody signs up
Oh,
for
no.
Factor right this second. No. But thank you all for joining
Can I
us.
pull a card right now?
I mean, if you want to.
Can I roll a d6 to have someone else pull a card right now?
I mean, there was no Factor subscriptions, so.
That's true.
But make sure you all tune in next week, next Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Time at twitch.tv/thosenaturalones and youtube.com/@thosenaturalones. Kick and Drovo if they're working. So thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Where hopefully we won't roll a natural one, preventing the planes from crashing in together.
Have a fantastic night and a fantastic week.
It's a one roll situation, obviously.
Oh no. Oh no.
We'll see you next week.